Did you ever think, being a girl, life would be easier if you were a boy? That's what I think. Women have more stress, I think. Women are more emotional. They have that thing every month. They deal with that kind of thing. Women. It's very different than being a guy. Being a woman, your hormones are crazier. In a way, like, than guys. Life would be much easier if I would have been born a guy. It doesn't matter if how many girls guys are with. Guys have more freedom. Being a teenage boy, you have more freedom than a teenage girl. If you are a teenage boy, be glad. You have more freedom than a teenage girl. Teenage girls can get pregnant. There's a huge thing with that. That's a big thing. That's why boys and girls can't sleep together. I mean, well, you can't have sleepovers. You know, like, you can't just have a sleepover with your friend that you know in school. Because you're gonna be in the same bed and stuff's gonna happen and you're gonna wind up with a kid in your teens. You're way too young, and then your parents are stuck with the kid. That's what it's all about. It's not about you getting pregnant. It's the fact that they have to be stuck with your kid. Same thing with high schools. Teachers. They come in for inspection. They cover up stuff and make things easier and are lazy with their jobs. Make their lives easier. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't really give a crap about you. Teachers. They're only doing what they have to do to cover up their own ass. To make their lives easier. They're not even teaching anything really good. Not me. I mean, I was a special ed class. A lot of those teachers I had didn't teach me really anything. They only gave us work and things like that in classrooms that made their lives easier. That's what it's about. Same thing with parents. You raise a well-behaved kid and you keep them out of trouble. Stick them in church, raise them up a Christian, put religion on them, do something that'll try and keep them away from drugs, alcohol, and God knows what. Right? Which is good, because that's a really bad thing to get into. Everyone in their life at one point wonders what it's like. Some people will never know. You could be sheltered at a point where you're too afraid to do anything in life. Sometimes when you're sheltered, you take fewer risks in life. You don't get very far in life. Some will, some won't. Everyone has their own life. I'm not going to be a rock star, country star singer. I'm not going to be a model, a movie star, or an actress. No. I'm stuck with Social Security, disability, and medical waiver that's still taking a long time to get in place. My dad's got other things going on with his life that he's got to take care of first, like moving and things like that, before he can actually head along with that. I have to have job training. I'm not smart enough to go to college. Because I have autism, which is really mild. That's another thing. Autism. Yes, I have autism. Which means my parents were more protective with me because of it. God forbid that this would ever happen to me, that would ever happen to me, that I would ever go do this, that, this, because, or that I might misinterpret this, misinterpret that, take things the wrong way, get taken advantage of, used, made fun of. It happened anyway. You can try so hard to keep from all those bad things happening to your kid, or from your kid from doing those bad things. It's still gonna fucking happen. You can shelter them all their life, even after they're 18. I'm 19. I still live with my dad, and I probably will for years. I'll probably get married one day and I'll still live in the same household. That's the way my life is. That's the way I can't live on my own. I have trouble making Hamburger helper. I mean, come on. I'd starve myself. I'm irresponsible with my money. I spend it to go to a freaking friend's house. To a cab. To my friend's house from high school. Because her grandpa had stuff going on with his kidneys, like his organs and stuff were shutting down. And she was really upset about it because that means he's dying. And that was a total waste because Dad said, well, I could have just drove you. Could have taken you, which is another thing. I have a joint account with my credit card, with my dad. So he can see online how much money I spent, how much money is in there, and he can take any amount of money out or in. Which I realize now is it's because to protect me, to be able to make sure I don't, I don't know. But I'm just telling you the truth here. So, basically, there was a few times where I spent over $50 on something that really didn't need to spend it on. I bought a $200 outfit one time. My mom took me to the store, and I spent my own money. I spent $50 one time on candy and stuff with my friend. I spent $48 to go to a house to cab because her grandpa's kidneys are shutting down. So my dad takes all the money out of my account and puts it into another account, so I don't have access to it. So I can't do those kind of things because I was irresponsible with it. And I left without him knowing, so, But I wasn't thinking about that, though, because my friend was calling and everything, and I was thinking about getting to her and calming her down and things like that. And I was really worried about her grandpa and stuff. So that's the reason. Yeah. My dad doesn't care about that, though. He just cares that I left without him knowing. Heartless. My dad just does not have any feelings for anybody. Any sympathy for anyone. It was all sucked out of him at one point in his life. He had so much grief at one point in his life, so much stuff going on, that he basically just shut off his emotions. He has no emotions. I mean, he does. He's just he's like a rock. His soul's like a rock. It's really hard to melt. He just gets very angry and frustrated. That's the only emotions. Which I don't blame him though, because my brother died, stuff was going on with my mom after he died. My mom was doing all this crazy stuff, so that's another reason as to why my dad, has a really hard time with emotions. Can't really he just kind of rolls things off his shoulder, you know, kind of thing. Doesn't want to deal with, you know, a bunch of drama and bullshit. Which he has teenage daughters, which he has me, I blame drama or bullshit or whatever sometimes because I'm a girl. That's what girls do. They're drama queens sometimes. Yeah. He loves me and cares about me. It's just I frustrate him because sometimes I do shit that it's just stupid. And I shouldn't compare myself to anyone else either, because the only one I worry about is myself, right? But yeah, I'll probably have job training. Dad will probably build me a house next to his if he, you know, when he gets his house with like 2 acres or whatever, big old backyard. Make a video of it, you know. So down the road or something, you might build a house next to me, or like a labor that's going on. It might be in a group home. You have to. You never know what the future holds. It's a very slow thing process because trying to figure out what to do with me, what is best for me. You know. Which my dad's gonna do my dad's basically going to do with me whatever is easier on him.